We're at the CFO Playbook for Private Companies Conference in Miami with William Dawson, the CFO of Collins Transportation, which provides vehicles that Sears uses in delivering and installing appliances. And he's had a really interesting career path to become a CFO.
I've had quite an amazing life. Early in my life, I've always wanted to go and be in business. Actually started out in economics. Then got bitten by the religious bug and changed my degree to religion and theology. But while I was in the military, I did 23 years in the Air Force in transportation and logistics. And while we were in Germany, I started the International Nickel and Dime Investment Club, whereas myself and about 11 other service members pooled our money together to begin the investment club, saving quite a significant amount of money while we were all stationed abroad in Germany. Came back to the United States where we had invested in stocks and bonds and began to buy multiple properties. In that sense, as the Lord blessed me and prospered my family, we were able to buy out the rest of the members of the investment club who went on to prosper in other areas of life. An interesting piece about Collins Transportation, these young men were actually members of our congregation about 8 years now. They had started the business and had failed in that sense because they're great young men, have tremendous work ethics, but they knew nothing about business. And so having failed, they came to me afterwards and said, Pastor, we have an opportunity to get back into business. And I began to outline some things that were necessary for them to do in order to be a success. And so they started their business in that sense and had a measure of success, but they were struggling business-wise in that regard. So they came to me again and asked me to participate in the day-to-day activities of the business. And so I elected to come on only if I could fulfill the position of CFO because of the amount of money and credit that was needful in order to move the business forward in that sense. And within this 1 year, we moved from a few $100,000 to several $1 million with the opportunity to expand now to become a national transportation company under the present operator who we work with in that sense. Interesting piece about that as a CFO of the business and as the pastor on Sunday, I've been able to teach those young men more about God and more about life and business in the last 8 months than I was in the 8 years that they've been members of my church. In that sense, from that perspective, it's worked out really well. I think another great piece is exposure. The CFO conference is a tremendous blessing that I seen the advertisement on. When I became the CFO, I needed some additional information, so I looked up CFO on the internet in that sense. And the first thing that popped up was the CFO website. And so I began to subscribe to the newsletter and pulled down many of the white papers and so forth in that sense. But a tremendous need for people of color and diversity is access to that kind of information. I think it's so needful. I think I heard statistically 98% of all businesses never reach $1 million in sales and services. But the information oftentimes is not readily accessible to how to move a company or a corporation to the next level of operation. And I think what's been so great here at the conference as well as on the website, the information is available no matter what size your business and what amount of revenue you generate each month or each year in that sense. It's readily accessible to move to the next level if you want your business to grow in that sense. And so I've thoroughly enjoyed being here these 2 days and looking forward to tomorrow, the other people that I've been able to network with as well. I think diversity in the finance profession, I thought I would have been, if I wasn't secure in who I am, I would be a little intimidated as I came in today, and myself being the only person of color who is at the conference in and of itself. And so I think I take it on myself to go back and how do I heighten the awareness of other professionals of the significance and the value of this kind of information and this kind of conference, and the ability to network with people at the various levels of business and other finance professionals throughout the country.